Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome to ranking fast food mascots. I'm sick, so I figured why not just rank some mascots because that's an easy video to do. It just requires me to sit here and talk a little bit. I don't know how long this video is going to go on for, but I've picked out 7 different mascots. There were originally a couple more, but I decided to cut them out. Let's start with the... Oh, I don't have photos up. Hold on. Where's my photos at? No, that's not it. Screenshots. Okay. The Noid. So, this guy obviously has some tragic elements to his story. If you don't know about that, then you should go and look into it because it's interesting, but it's also pretty sad. I got some tea, but aside from all, we'll put all of that to the side because I don't think that necessarily reflects poorly on the character. Nobody could have really known that would happen. So as a mascot, I'd say he's pretty solid. He's a funny little cartoon guy, and yeah, he's a fun little cartoon guy. He kind of looks like a superhero, but he hates pizza. I think it's just Domino. No, he hates all pizza. Now that I think about it. Now that I remember back to the commercials. Because I've seen a few Noid commercials. Yeah, he's a solid guy. I'd say he there is a theory he was used to distract from like car crashes that happened because of Domino's whole like, oh, deliver you get it free if it's not delivered in 5 seconds or whatever it was. I don't know how true that is. We'll bump him down. He's a B. I'd say he's a solid guy, but there's a lot of tragedy around him. Our next guy appears to be Little Caesar, I guess. Not that one. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh man. That was funny. So the context for this image and this image being in my screenshots is, I can't find it. Hold on. I made it in photo editor. This. I made this picture of Superman and Al Gore. It's Superman with Al Gore's face. I don't remember why I made that picture. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that picture exists, and you don't get context for it. And then that's my cats sitting in an IHOP. I don't just make thumbnails with Polish app. I also make other stuff. You just don't get context to my to my screenshots. Little Caesar. I guess this is the only image we have. That other image is. Oh no, it's not. Okay. So this guy, he's a cool little dude. I feel like his green leaves coming out of his head are a little weird. And I don't like that you can see his chest hair. I feel like he should like pull that toga up maybe a bit so you can't see his chest hair because that's uncomfortable. And his sandals, his toes, like his sandals, they kind of look like cheesy bread. That would have been a perfect opportunity to make him have like cheesy bread sandals. But his toes are just sticking out like this. They're just all weird. Like, yeah, these are my toes. Um. So yeah, and his arm has weird flesh colored bands on it. I'm gonna what rankings do I have? D is bottom. Why is D bottom? There's no F tier. I forget that every time I do one of these tier lists. So C. He works, but like I just don't like his chest hair and toes and leaves coming out of his head. Let's try that again. I don't like his toes and chest hair and leaves coming out of his head. Next is Jack Box. Jack in the Box. I don't know what the mascot's named, but the restaurant is Jack in the Box. So if we, yeah, this guy. So nowadays in commercials, he's just like, "Hello, I'm Jack Box. Try my new combo meal." But apparently, well, not apparently. I've seen the commercials. His commercials used to be really fun and good. I think he beat up another fast food mascot in one of them or something. Something like that. I don't know. Just very fun commercials. I recommend you go and search them. I think they're from like maybe the 2000s or 90s. I don't know. But yeah, pretty fun mascot. I'd say I'll rank him an S because he's just that fun. In those old commercials. See. Oh yeah. So I obviously wanted to do a McDonald's one, but I didn't want to do the classic Ronald McDonald because that everybody knows what that looks like. That's gonna get an S purely because of how iconic it is. Maybe an A because it's not really used anymore, but people don't like a clown selling burgers to their children. But I thought it would be more fun to where is he? Yeah, to review the first iteration of Mr. McDonald. Because he's in my opinion, it's a better design. It's more fun and quirky instead of just being a clown. I like that instead of a red nose, he has a cup on his face. I like the carryout box or tray or whatever that. It looks like a pizza box on his head. I don't know if McDonald's ever sold pizza. I don't think they did. I know they sold mixed spaghetti at one point. Yeah, and then he's got some. What are those? There's like pretzels. What is that? He's got like some breadsticks. McDonald's doesn't sell breadsticks anymore. And I think that is a flaw. He's got his drink there. Yeah, I wonder. McDonald's used to be like, well, I say used to, but like way back when they started, it was like barbecue. Or those maybe, I don't know what those are, but whatever they are, they should be on the menu. Yeah, I like this guy. He's fun. He's a little creepy. He kind of looks like somebody just had to get a disguise to run away from the police. Just like, oh no, they're gonna catch up to me, and then he dives into a McDonald's bin and just puts all that on himself. Yeah, fun. You know what? We'll give him an S tier because there's not a lot of not a lot of mascots here, and I want to do that. Next up is I think the Taco Bell Chihuahua. That guy. Now, obviously, there's a little you know what I'm trying to say, but is a cute dog. And I mean, a cute dog works for marketing. So, yeah. I think this dog actually unfortunately passed away, so that's unfortunate. That gives it points. But not in like a macabre way. Just in like a honoring a dog from commercials from before I was born. So, yeah, it'll get an A tier. I don't know. It's a little uncreative to just have a dog be like, "You want Taco Bell?" But yeah, but it's a cute dog and it works. So yeah, moving on to the Burger King. Not that Burger King that looks all like whimsical and charming from 1979, it says. No, this Burger King. This absolutely terrifying. This is a serial murderer right there. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can say that. YouTube might spread. YouTube spreads my content anyway. It doesn't matter. But this guy, he is going to. Imagine you wake up in the night. You hear like a right. You hear that and you're like, what was that? You like tiptoe around your house, and you see that staring at you. Just that would be so terrifying. Yeah, this makes me want to never look at a Burger King again, let alone eat there. So, for that reason, he gets an F. I remember seeing, I guess a D. A D is the closest. Oh, wait, can't you add a rank? I don't know. Can you? No, you can't. Not that I can see, at least. Delete row. Add a row below. No, that's above. Add a row below. No, don't exit out of the. No, okay. Ah, man, didn't want that to happen. Okay, add a row below, and then that is going. How do I exit? Oh, exit right there. New. Why don't we change that to? Whoa, what? Oh, that's my little bubble there. I didn't know it was visible. F. Okay, and then give me a minute to get my guys back together. Oh no. Who do we have left? Burger King and I think Chuck E. Cheese. I think. All right, if anyone's missing from this roster, then I apologize. I don't know what there was, and I might add to this. So Burger King gets an F because I don't want to eat at his establishment or see a Burger King again just by looking at him. What's the next one? That's Jack. That's Noid. That's not one of the. This guy. This guy right here. This businessman with his cigar. Charles Entertainment Cheese. So he looks nice. He's kind of like a scruffy rat with a vest and a hat and a cigar for a pizza place for children. Yeah, he's cool looking. I like his style. He gets style points right off the bat. Because he is very stylish. But I feel like this would terrify small children. Quite a bit. Like I can't imagine seeing this being like 4 years old and not being like, what is that demon of another plane of existence? But he's stylish, so I'll put him in D. Just because I feel like that's pretty scary to children and that all that. I'm gonna add another guy in though, because if I'm gonna talk about one Charles Entertainment Cheese, I may as well talk about this guy right here, because he's a big part of the reason I wanted to make this video. So he's Charlie. He's Charlie Entertainment Cheese. Yeah, I like his design. This is like what I remember seeing when I was younger. Is this dude where he's got his jeans and his shirt and all that. He looks a lot more friendly. He like if I saw that walking down the street, I'd be like, wow, that's a rat, not whoa, that rat is terrifying and smoking a cigar. That's how people think, right? Just observe everything like, wow, that guy's wearing a hoodie. But anyways, yeah, he looks friendly, and I remember him always being really, really energetic, and like, yeah, and I think that's still their mascot. So, I don't know. He's a kid's mascot. He works for what he is. He's not especially special though. So, I'll put him in C. I don't know. And then I'm gonna add one more because I forgot to add these guys. I'm breaking one of my rules in that one restaurant can't have more than one guy in it, more than one mascot. But there's a reason. So this box, the Happy Meal, that's Al Gore. Happy Box meal. I feel like he's kind of uncreative because it's just like, oh, they don't want us. Parents don't. Something's trying to fall. Parents don't want us to advertise with a clown anymore, so let's make it a Happy Meal box instead. Yeah, out of the McDonald's mascots, this guy kind of fails. Like he's I remember he was really energetic because again, this was the McDonald's mascot that I saw when I was very young. I associate him with McDonald's apple slices because that's what I would always get. But yeah, I think he might have been the last mascot they used to advertise. I don't know, but either way, he's fine. I think he'd maybe go in a D because he's not very creative. He's just really hyper and energetic from what I remember. And yeah, he's not good even if I have nostalgia for him. And that's the ranking. The other ones disappeared, so I guess if you want to see the full ranking, go back and add these to the other one somehow. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm gonna probably just lay down and watch TV or something. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for not all daily content, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. I don't know. I stopped punching the camera because I realized that was like a subconscious rip-off thing. So now I don't know how to end my videos. Editor me, just cut that. It's unnecessary information. Nope.